Hello, welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason Ross.
Wow, I told Jason we were starting the show, and yet he still had a text. This is how we're starting it.
No, not text. This is
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter. You're on your phone.
podcast.
You
No,
were
because
You were what about our small business?
It is about our small business
Oh,
because
right.
we'll talk about it after.
Sure. Wow. I can't believe he was sending an email that I had no
Yes.
idea about for our small business. I love that.
We should apply for a small business loan.
Yeah, for me and all the work that I do. And everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, I think I'm so funny today. Shauna she says, love summer, but this hair is full trash in the humidity here. Absolutely. I read that wrong the first way. I thought she was coming at me and I went, Shauna, I'm trying my best. But she wasn't. And I get it. It's summer, Jay. I mean, I know that you live in summer. How are you feeling?
The same because
Cool.
It's
You
well,
know-
what is it like out there?
Yesterday was so hot, like so incredibly hot. I can't and I shan't and I went about the whole damn thing. It was so hot yesterday.
Did you get outside?
Oh, I got outside. Let me tell you. So yesterday I finished the podcast. I had done all the work that I needed to do. I had to do that because I had to go get my bike fixed.
What?
I had to go get my bike fixed. Well, you know, like a regular tune-up every summer. You got to bring it into the shop and go, hey, did it survive? You know?
Yeah, no, I get that. It just feels like it's so weird walking into like a retail space being like, here's my bike and like being.
Well, if you've ever been to a bike shop, it's not really like walking into a real retail space. It's the same. It's some guy comes out and goes, what do you need? And you go, can you fix my bike? And then he takes it into the shop and says, wait here.
Oh, the one I go to, the guy's just like,
Are you
"Come
still
on in,
texting?
I'll make you a tea."
Are you still texting
No.
on your phone?
No.
What's in your hand?
Not.
Drops the phone. So I had
I
to.
broke my phone.
So many Toronto places like bike shops are considered essential service. So and they do curbside. So I decided to get my bike fixed so that I could like be down and like jaunt around. And let me tell you, I went to one. The lineup was down the street, and I was like, "Forget this. I'm going to go to another one." So
you're riding the bike?
No,
You're not
walking. I'm
around
walking the bike because my chain is busted. Like my chain is so rusty. I knew I would need a new chain. So then I go north, go to another one, big walk. I had called them previously because I'm a businesswoman, a small business, and I go, "Hey, are you open?" They said yes. Okay, walk there. They're closed.
How does that work out? I think we've missed a part of that because is that just some guy being like, yeah, we're open.
No, it was a full shop,
then
and they said, "Yeah, we're open." And then then I called again, and it was like, "Oh, we're actually closed. We're making space for bikes."
Okay.
Exactly. And then I walked very far to another one, and got it in curbside. The same guy. It was actually very like universe. The first guy that fixed my bike was the guy again.
Yeah.
He goes, "You're Claire." I go, "No, I'm not Claire." He's like, "Sarah." I'm like, "Not Sarah. My name's Stacy. Your brother rides a bike. I fix his bikes." I was like, "That's not me." He goes, "Wow, you got a doppelganger." And then called me Sarah the whole time. But anyways, it was so hot out. It was so warm.
Aren't you worried about sometimes when people go, "You got a doppelganger," but then you see that doppelganger? Really?
Oh yeah, I asked if she was thin. Is she very thin and young? Because then that would make sense.
I was told the other day, I have a very, what's his name? It's Ben Stiller's dad, Jerry Stiller. They're like, "Your doppelganger was Jerry Stiller." I was like, I know he just passed away, so it's maybe he's in at top of everyone's mind, but like, I felt destroyed.
I think you're okay.
Even though he's a very funny, talented man, more funny and more talented than I am, but like, I was like, really? I guess
No,
that I'm aging quickly.
No, I think maybe because people just think of like goofy guy, and then they jump to that first thing.
You remind me of Donald Duck. Yeah, okay.
I'm
Short,
sure
goofy
you've
guy.
gotten something close to that.
Ren or Stimpy, either one. You kind of look like both of them.
Cartoon, not a real man. No real feelings. Hey, you know what? You look like a guy with emotional fragility. Hard to open up. A tree. That's what it is.
Can't put my finger on it. Can you put a jetpack on? Yeah, put a jetpack on. Now it's starting to make sense.
It's
You're a
making
cartoon.
sense. You look like a piece of stone on the ground covered in mud.
Potato bug. Roly poly.
So I really thought my bike would go in, and he'd be like, "Can you wait for 20 minutes?" And I'd be like, "I guess I could get a nice coffee." You know what I mean? And he was like, "Perfect." And he's like, "Perfect. 5 to 10 days." I was like, 5 to 10 days. But the real
You got to listen to Gangle's advice. Gangle from Toronto's on there, and he's like, fixed my bike on Christie. Rarely is he on.
Yeah. And Audrey, just to reiterate, no, they did not say a young Jerry Stiller. They did say present day.
In Audrey's defense, I just made it worse, but she did say a young Jerry Stiller.
Jace, okay, I'm already on a summer level, and I can't even add your bullshit today.
Here's my surprise for you, though. Look what I got.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Yay!
Cherry Bubs.
Yours looks so much more red. Mine looks maroon.
I know, because your webcam's like not great.
No, but even in real life, like I'm looking at it in real life, and I can see, unless maybe it's my eyes that are affecting my webcam.
No, this is maroon. Cherry bubbly's the best. A lot of people are coming at me because I think it's a really polarizing flavor. And one of my friends described it great as to why she didn't like it, and I think it was the best description. She's like, "It tastes like it's sweet. It tastes like a pop, and my brain cannot handle that it's healthy." But I will tell you, the incredible walk that I did, with it being so freaking hot, I sweat everywhere. Like my face was dripping. It was like as I was getting my bike, dripping off my nose, my thighs. And I'm not a real like chub rub like victim. Like I don't really, chub rub is like when your thighs rub together. Yeah. I don't really get that a lot.
I judge my like where I am on the weight loss scale by how much my thighs rub.
Well, I'm convinced now I've gained an astronomical amount of weight. I couldn't believe how painful my thighs were. And I mean, of all the things on my body, my legs are like sticks. So I was like, great, now that's going too. But it was so painful that I can't even walk today. That's why I'm wearing this pant onesie, because it's so, I have huge rashes on my legs, massive.
I get it. Thigh rubs for me is like, if I'm in my best ever, I'm like, okay, my thighs aren't rubbing together. Then your thighs start to rub together, but then they just like, you get too big and they don't even rub. They just like, they're attached and you're like, oh, well, I'm the worst case of myself now.
They're attached. I can't find bike shorts anywhere. Like it's actually so terrible to me. Like, and then last night it was so warm and I don't have air conditioner in my house. I went to bed early because I'm a businesswoman and I run a business. And I was up till about 4:30 this morning, unable to sleep completely. I could feel the moment that the weather broke, that there was a small gust of wind.
Sweet.
I'm killing it today. Your windows? I had all the windows open all day. In the middle of the night, so after I had like a chub rub all day, I was trying to walk. I just like went on the internet and I was like, at whatever cost it is, I am finding a solution. So I bought this product called Mega Babe, which hopefully helps, and I will report back for anyone or if anyone in the chat has tried it, let me know. But in the middle of the night at like 4 a.m, I was like, I'm buying a Dyson. I was like, at whatever cost.
A Dyson is a vacuum, no?
Oh my God, Jason.
That's what a Dyson is. That's their main product.
Mm-hmm. Are you kidding?
I'm not at all. If someone goes, I'm buying a Dyson, I'd be like, oh, cool, you're buying a vacuum.
They also have like incredible fans. Have you ever been to like a Bed Bath & Beyond or a Target or
I believe you, but I didn't know if you meant you were buying like because you said you started the conversation with, I don't have an air conditioner. I didn't know if it was like, oh, does Dyson also do like, are you doing like installing it? And you said at any cost necessary. So I was like, are you installing an air conditioner?
Can you imagine? I would love to. But apparently Dyson fans are great. But I was scrolling at 4 a.m. and I was about to pay at any cost 4. Even though I have like
You should just get like 2 Roman men with big grape leaves just fanning you.
but that
if
means
it's
I
any
have
cost.
to, but I have to seduce them first. And whatever level of sweat I'm at right now, I can't enchant. You know? Audrey says
Audrey put it
Dyson,
the best.
they're air specialists. So suck
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, like a vacuum.
Gangle says we're both right, but keep arguing because it's the best. Okay, so Audrey, can you please give me the details of your Dyson fan, please? Can you just like text me that? Because I'm gonna buy one. I don't even care. I don't care actually how much it costs. And I have a very expensive like air conditioning window unit. It's one of those with like the what do you call it? Like the big pipes. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm talking about? You have to like attach it to the window. Okay, cool. I love when you're like, I'm like, I can tell.
Because
Me
I'm
and
sure
your
other
wife.
people don't, and I'm just like, yeah, go on. Because
It's when
if
you
we
have-
always stop to explain things to me, this podcast would be 3 hours long.
Don't I know it? But it's nice to teach you things. But I have an air conditioner unit that has like a pipe that attaches to a window, or it's not a pipe, but you know what I'm talking about, like a tube.
A duct.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be able to work in this scenario. So a Dyson will be it. But I'm excited for my deodorant for my thighs, and that's where I'm at. Just deep
Is
sadness.
that like made for like marathon runners and stuff mainly?
I don't know. You should try it out. It's like really cheap in the States. It's called Mega
I don't
Babe.
move.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing
Wait,
content.
did you have to like? So did you wait around for your bikes to get tuned up, or else did you have to walk home now from this third
He
location?
said 5 to 10 days.
So you had to walk home after all of that too, and be like, okay, I'm still walking.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Can't even get Ubers anymore. What is this world coming to?
It's like a beautiful, like, I mean, I can't really complain because then I spent the day like on a front porch, like drinking Corona, which is on sale for some dumb reason. Mm-hmm. So, I can't complain.
Anko says that he's got one and there's an app that goes with it. So whenever someone cooks in the house, it gives a red alert for indoor air quality.
Oh, I want one. Everyone send me their information, please.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. How was your day?
I mean, like, I'm just starting my day. So far it's pretty good.
I meant yesterday.
How was my day yesterday? It was pretty good.
Oh my God. I want to murder you. Truly.
All the time.
All the time. I
yeah,
will tell you this because you've obviously got a lot going on. So I'll take the brunt here. So we were talking about when Jan and Ashley were on the podcast, and we were talking about Allison Roman. Do you know her?
I know the name. I've never seen one of her movies.
She's not an actress. She's a chef.
Oh, cool. I just got masterclass.
I can't with this.
Why? I've heard the name before, but I don't know where I heard it.
Okay.
But I'm starting to take, when I say starting, in the near future, because I just got masterclass, I'm going to start watching like Gordon Ramsay and Mario. His last name is really long. I'm going to start cooking. I'm going to start cooking.
When are you
better.
going to start
I
watching?
already cook. I love to cook.
When are you going to start watching that? When are you going to give your time?
2 weeks.
So in 2 weeks, you're going to start watching Masterclass.
Maybe I'll do it. I actually did start last night just before I went to bed. I was like,
Oh, so
okay,
you've
I'll
already
start,
started watching. Okay.
But I didn't start the cooking one because it was late at night. I'm like, well, I'm going to watch this one. Maybe there's a chance that I could try some of these things.
Which Masterclass did you watch?
I watched the first lesson of Judd Apatow, and then I moved over to Daniel Negreanu because I was like, maybe I'll learn some poker, even though I don't play.
Oh my God, you are such a dad. Like, you're such a dad.
Yeah, that's the whole, like, everyone's like, oh, that could be me. That could be me. It's like, I had somebody when we moved down here, they're like, look, man, the Olympics are over for us now. The dream is dead. And I was like, well, it was never my dream. But he's like, if we want to do it, there's probably like one thing to do: curling. We could probably still make the curling team. And I feel like that's the same with poker, where guys are like, I could still be an athlete. And I'm like, poker players aren't athletes.
Like, I want to make fun of you so much about this, but in a way I can relate because I think everyone's like diversifying right now because they're like, what am I going to do? And especially like live performers.
Oh, I'm not going to become a poker player. I just want to learn it.
Well, I just think like our industry is completely dead. So you're just thinking like, what are we going to do? Like, what will my career look like? Like, what is my new thing? Because at least for another year, it won't be what it was. And I think it'll forever sort of be different. But
So you're telling me I should become a poker player?
well,
Okay.
you're learning to be a poker player, and I'm taking a lot of like business courses. So in a way, it's the same. In a way, it's the same.
What business is a pretty general term. What business classes are you taking?
I'm listening to a lot of female-based business podcasts. I've signed up for an online course as well.
Whoa, this is you're saying it like you're defending yourself. I'm asking out of pure curiosity.
I'm not defending
for real.
myself. No. I think it's great. It just covers like, marketing, books, numbers, carry the 3. How to balance your books. I'm actually really surprised, unrelated, that you haven't commended me for my bravery, basically going like sleeveless for the first time on this podcast.
That's not the first time on this podcast, is it?
Pretty
Normally
much.
it's because you'd wear something like that, but then you'd put like a little white, like, or some sort of t-shirt underneath, right?
Exactly. But yesterday, with the blisters on my feet from my shoes, to the chub rub, to the sweat, to the grossness,
Hey,
I needed
Stacey,
to go sleeveless today. And I'm
wait a minute. If I call you brave, are we going to get into like
into what?
the exact same thing we wrote in a second show on was entirely a lady that thought she was complimenting us.
Oh, yeah.
And we wrote an entire second show on like, did you call us brave for getting naked?
I think, I don't know if we've said this on this podcast, but Jason and I did this short film and we put it into a festival, and the woman
brought us up on stage.
But there was like a beautiful queer couple, like female queer couple, who were like in this movie, and they were gorgeous, like thin models, like, and it was a very like erotic film. It was awesome. And then she pulled us up.
Not in the same movie, to clarify, not in the same movie we were in. Ours was just the two of us.
No.
But it was a festival, so they showed a bunch of short films.
So she was pulling us up in groups. So we were with these amazing queer women, and then Jason and I.
Yeah.
And so for them, she was like incredible, like the story, like provocative, masterpiece. And then she's just like, wow, you two were pretty brave for doing that. I'm like, they were also in their underwear. Like, why are we brave? Because we're ugly? And Jason and I are there in front of like...
the tone that you just gave it isn't even like this. She gave it thinking it was a compliment, and she gave it in the most sincere
like she couldn't
voice
believe. She couldn't believe that Jason and I would have the audacity to show...
You two guys are brave.
So you guys
What a brave piece, right, everybody?
Brave. What a
Say
brave. And it's like a comedy about body.
You see his body? You see his body? Brave.
See her body? No sleeves? Brave. Can you believe these dented trolls are here? Yeah.
So we started our next show in our underwear on stage and told everybody we're brave.
Yeah. And what was funny is people who hadn't seen the first show still talking about. So you think we're brave? And some people were like, okay. I'll never forget that first audience. People don't mind this, but our second show at the Fringe Festival, we did it. And our first opening night was just theater. And like there's comedy people and theater people. And then the unicorns are theater people who also understand comedy. Okay. And I also will say that comedy is theater. Really get upset when people are like, hey, you're a comedian. It's like, okay, whatever.
Well, because they normally go, so you tell me a joke because you're stand-up. And I'm like, stand-up is a have not mastered, so I will not.
Right. So, but anyways, these theater people were like, I'm a theater person, like that. And they hated Jason so much. They were like, what sort of garbage are we talking about here? Stupid.
Our aside, like we're trying to do we do the tools that like our theater tools, like asides and soliloquies and things like that, which I guess are the same thing. But we had a whole bunch of things like that, and they're just like, well, this isn't. I did to add on to this. I did this competition down here. They're like, because we're all
I'm already
bored.
upset about this. Okay, what did you do?
It's one of these casting directors puts a thing out. They're like, hey,
I can't.
We want you guys to submit monologues, and like they're like, it can be. It's not. Here's like 2 words and go, and then you just go.
That's a
so
scam.
I did this thing.
That's a scam.
I didn't have to pay for it or anything. So I was like, cool, I'm just going to do this and see what happens. Cause they're like, we're going to select 10 winners and those 10 winners can get like free FaceTime or coaching when all this is done.
Oh God, who cares about that?
Doesn't matter. I started with this thing and it was like, I'm sorry. You have to say, I'm sorry. And then you have to go into something. So I was like, I started looking around the room and I was like, fuck that. Get in here. Lock the door. What you're seeing here is the most. See these yarns? They're connecting all the biggest crime families. Excuse me, using the toilet? Is that why you came in? Okay. Just give me a second. See that? That's Lazy Mary. She's at the top. Anyways, oh God. There's turbulence. Don't worry. Anyways. And then,
You're in an airport bathroom.
and then it turned into like, yes, I'm a pilot.
Can you please
Yes,
send me
these
that?
planes fly themselves.
Can you send it to me?
I'll see if I still have it. But I submitted that, and into the end when I was like, "Fine, man, I'll go in and you can do your business," and I leave the scene.
Can I ask you just to stop for 1 second? Because Jameson said, "Is the feed okay for everyone else?" So let me know if it's like not. We can always restart. Oh, Shayla said it's a little glitchy.
Oh yeah, it's glitchy on my end too. Now they go to look.
It's glitchy on mine too. You know what, pals? Stay there, and I'll just restart the stream.
Okay.
Okay with everyone? Okay, I'll just restart it. We will be right back.